Good morning. My name is Vishnuvardhan. I am from B.Tech Triple E first year. My roll number is 21951, capital A 0246. My Tech Talk topic is how to be an outstanding listener. We know what is listening. Let's see what the introduction is. Introduction: a process of receiving, interpreting, and reacting to messages known as listening. A skill some people can hear but do not listen, and this can break down relationships, communication, and ends in wrong interpretation. Listening is a part of communication but different from hearing. Yeah. The introduction says about the listening. Listening is nothing but hearing and reacting to message. Sometimes some people will listen to us but they doesn't understand, because that is not listening, that is called as hearing. There is a lot of difference between listening and hearing. Hearing is far from listening. Listening and hearing is both are part of communication, but listening is a but it different from hearing. Listening is, when we are a bad listener, there can be a lot of trouble for us, like we can break down relationships, and it can end in wrong perception. Like if we are talking with a friend, is telling important information to us but we didn't listen, then our relationship can break. So that's why being a good listening is a best. So being a good listener is good for us and good for our relationships also. Let's see the ways to become an outstanding listener. To be an outstanding listener, we should make eye contact with speaker. We should let them finish first. We should let them finish. Don't interrupt, don't change the subject, be with open mind, be present or respond by asking questions, specify in your own way, don't pay too much attention to his accessories and clothing of the speaker. So be so to be a good listener, these are some points to be a good listener. Let's see first one. Making an eye contact with speaker. So by making an eye contact, it will be by making eye contact to speaker, we will be attentive to him. Let them go first. So this means that we should allow the speaker to finish his topic. If we interrupt in between, he will lose some points. So we should let them finish first. We should be obediently listening to him. So don't interrupt in between while the speaker is speaking. And we should does not change the subject of the speaker. If we change the subject, the speaker doesn't understand what we are saying. So we should does not change the topic, and we should be in that topic only. Be with open mind. So being with open mind is nothing but we should not keep any opinions on that speaker that he is good or he is bad. We should be open minded, and we should not think about other matters rather than the topic. So by being open mind, you will understand what the speaker is saying and the intention of the speaker. So being with open mind is a best is is a good in part of being a outstanding listener. We should respond by asking questions to the speaker. Whether if we have any doubt, we should respond by asking questions, and we should not pay much attention to his accessories and clothing, because we should see what the speaker intention, not his clothes or his appearance. Appearance doesn't tell what the topic is. Only while we listen only we will understand what the topic is about and what the intention of the speaker is. So this is the some ways of being an outstanding listener. Let's see tip for Tips for being effective listening. First, do's. We should be mentally prepared to listen. We should evaluate the speech, not the speaker. Be unbiased to the speaker by desperizing your feelings. Fight distractions by closing off sound sources. Be open minded. Ask questions to clarify and not to overshadow intelligence. Send appropriate non-verbal signals time to time. These are the tips for effective listening. This is the points what we should do to be a good listener. First one, be mentally prepared to listen. So we should be prepared to listen while, and we should not keep any distractions while listening. And we should evaluate the speech, not the speaker, because speech is most important. And we should be unbiased to the speaker by depersonalizing your feelings. We should be good to speaker, not rude. We should be with open minded, and we should ask questions to clarify but not to overshadow our intelligence. So we should ask questions to the speaker only if we have a doubt or if you need a clarification, but not to show that you are more intelligent and you know everything rather than speaker. So this is about do's. Let's see what we should not do to be a good listener. Don'ts. Avoid preconceptions and prejudice. Not to pay undue emphasis on vocabulary on as you can see the context to understand the meaning. Not to prepare your responses while the speaker is speaking. Not to pay too much attention to the accessories and clothing of the speaker. Not to get distracted by outside influences. Not to interrupt too often. Not to show boredom. These are the points to avoid to be a good listener. Let's see what are the points and let's see what are the points telling about. Not to prepare your responses while the speaker is speaking. So while the speaker is speaking, you should not interrupt and you should not ask your questions or doubts. You should wait until the speaker is finished. Until that you should not interrupt in between, because the speaker mind will be diverted and not to distracted by outside influences. So you should not get distracted by outside influences like TVs or somebody shouting around you. You should not interrupt too often while the speaker is speaking, because it will lower his confidence and it will distract him too. You should not pay attention to the clothes of the speaker. You should pay attentive to his speech and to his information, and you should be able to listen, and you should be spread. You should be ready to be okay. Till now we saw how to be a good listener, but now we will see what are the benefits of being a good listener. Benefits of good listeners: he gains knowledge, receive better work and cooperation from others, can help win and keep friends, he reduces tension, solve problems and resolve conflict, increase enjoyment in life, strengthen family relationships. So it is all about benefits of good listener. First one, gains knowledge. So being a good listener, you will gain knowledge, because you will understand what speaker is saying, and you will try to evolve. If you are a good speaker, receives better work and cooperation from others. So being a good listener, all will cooperate with you, and you will get, and your work will be done better, because when you have a cooperations, your work will be easy to you because you will understand what the speaker is saying. Can help win and keep friends. So by being a good listener, you are respecting speaker too. So by that, your relationships can be strengthened by friends and families. So by being a good listener, you will have lot of friends and families. It reduces tension. So by being a good listener, you will understand what the speaker is saying, and you will have no doubts about it. So you will be tension free. By being a good listener, you will solve problems by yourself and you will resolve conflicts. So by being a good listener, you will know how to solve your problems, what is your problem is about. So you can increase your enjoyment in life too by being a good listener. So by being a good listener, you will get lot of benefits like friends, family, support, and cooperation from others. You can solve your problems, you will be tension free, and you will gain knowledge. So listening is a nothing but process of hearing and responding to them. Listening is different from hearing. Hearing is just hearing, but listening is understanding and giving response to what you listened. If you are a good listener, your relationship will be strong. If you are a bad listener, it will end up with bad consequences. So being a good listener is good in life, and it is one of the major skill to be successful in our life. So it is very important to be a good listener. And one thing, if you are a good listener, if you in life, listening skills are important because it demonstrates your ability to pay attention to thoughts, behavior, and feeling of an individual. It increases your power to influence, serve, motivate, or develop people effectively, enhance basic human interaction, and it builds personal and professional relationships too. So, so being an good listening good listener is important in our life. And by being a good listener, you have many important business roles like sales, negotiating, coaching, mentoring, interviewing, marketing, research, fact felicitation. So by being a good listener, you can be an excellent roles like sales. By being a good listener, you will be affiliate, you will be very good speaker too, and by that you will get and business roles like sales and negotiation. So being a good listener is important. So maintaining eye contact is one of the criteria to be a good listener. Let's see what maintaining eye contact is. When you are listening to someone talk, you should avoid looking out a window, texting, or scrolling through your phone, or scanning a computer screen. So while you are listening, you should avoid all this like looking out of the window, texting, or saying phone, or playing in your phone. So this is maintaining eye contact is. Visualize what the speaker is saying. Try to conjure what mental images of what the speaker is talking about while you are listening to help retain information. Visualizing what the speaker saying will also help you to not have a prepare for what to say next. And we should not interrupt while the speaker is listening, because everyone speaks and processes information at different rates. If someone is delivering their message slowly, try to cultivate patience and wait for them to finish before trying to rush them along by guessing the guessing the next thing they are going to say, or replacing before they have finished talking. Be- because by doing like this, whom you are stopping will have low confidence, they will lower their confidence, and by interrupting in between, you will not be a good listener. And one of the main tip is we should wait for a pause to ask questions. you have you may not understand everything someone says to you. It is best to wait until they pause to ask them to back up and provide clarification for the topic, or perhaps you misunderstood. Because if you don't give pause to them, they will be disturbed and they will forget some important points from their topic. So we should, and they will forget what they want to say. So we should wait for a pause to ask questions, and we should pay attention to non-verbal clues. Most of the communication that takes place between individuals is non-verbal. Therefore, listening also includes paying attention to non-verbal clues. It helps you to make inference based on what a person actually means when they are talking to you. So, by paying attention to non-verbal cues, you will understand what actually the speaker is trying to say you. And thing most important point is to be a good listener is you should practice listening. You can practice listening by being aware of what you do when someone is talking to you. Do this by writing down what you heard, understood, and acknowledged after an in person interaction with someone, or listen to avoid books or podcast without any text in front of you. So, by doing practice of listening, you will be a good listener. Conclusion: remember, time is on your side. Though move about 4 times as fast as speech. With practice while you are listening, you will also be able to think about what you are hearing, really understand it, and give feedback to the speaker. This is the conclusion. Thank you.